I want to tell you guys all the times men have like just been there for me. And I'm gonna go from like an earliest time. Not wanting anything, just very like innocent. I'm gonna start when I'm 18. Let's start there. So I had a phone. I lived in a group home, and I had a phone. We weren't supposed to have phones. Had a phone. My big sister told me about what's it called? Instant connections, personal connections, whatever it was on Craigslist. And so I would go on Craigslist, and then I would start having these conversations. I forgot what I posted. I forgot what I had said that I was looking for. Like that, I cannot answer that question anymore. Um, and I started talking to this guy. I told him um, my age. I was like, oh, I'm 17. I'm turning 18. I'm emancipating from the system. I have a baby. Like completely raw, completely honest. And he was like, oh well, I'm older. I have a daughter. I can't imagine her being like in your situation. I think about like possibilities of that all the time. You're a little bit older than her. I think I was like maybe 3 years older than his daughter. I don't remember him being married or divorced or being just like a baby daddy. Like I don't remember his story. um but I remember we used to talk like maybe twice a week or so. It was pretty consistent. And I told him that I needed money to move out because then in 2010, you got emancipated and you would basically go on the streets. There was there weren't as many things as there are now in 2024. Um, and I told him that I have found like this transitional like halfway type of house, but it was all the way in like Corona, and I didn't know like what I was gonna do. Like I'm from LA, like I don't know anything, like I don't have anyone. My dad was traveling during that time. I believe he was in Chile. So I didn't even have like our apartment to go back to. Like I literally didn't have anything. He said, well, how much is the rent, or like how much is it so you can like move there, at least for like a month, and you'll have like some time to figure out your next steps. I was like, $500, and it really was like, once again, I was completely honest, completely transparent. Like I didn't know like if he wanted something, if he wanted us to have sex afterwards. Like I didn't know like uh, what was attached to this, right? And he was like, okay, well, I know you have your weekend passes, because I used to have independent day passes, which me and my baby, we would go off the school campus, we would go off the campus for up to 6 hours, Saturdays and Sundays typically, or Sundays, or sometimes I never got them restricted, but like there was like guidelines that I had to follow, right? And inside Rouse, which was down the street from the group home, there's a Western Union. Most Rouse have Western Unions, and I he Western Union me $500. And when I emancipated, I paid the place rent. I was able to get that done, and my group home dropped my daughter and I off in Corona to this transitional housing program type of thing. So, and then I had contacted him. We were still in contact. He was to say, "Oh, I'm so glad you're safe, this and that." I have never met this man in person. I've never met this man in person. I don't have his phone number anymore. I don't keep in contact with him anymore. It was like once he knew I was cool, he dipped. Like